Good morning, everyone. This is Hall of Famer, Director Marlon Green. I hope you're doing fine, everything this morning. Today, I want to talk about business, religion, and consistent leadership. Children of Africa, it's time for you to unite. It's time for us to consolidate resources. You all with those high profile and big names, go to the Caribbean, go to Africa, go to these colored countries and start setting up these business networks because we're going to have to do our own thing. The white folks in America are fighting the Asians and the Arabs with limited results. They are very conflicted. I want to criticize my president, Donald Trump, because he used a lot of my ideas, and so far, he has not recycled much of anything back. We're not going to let you get off with the minimum of contributions towards the African American, and we're going to keep you honest, and we're going to hold you to your word. Charles Barkley, I don't know how you get an Emmy telling people that they're great men and they're not. If they're great, look at their legacy. They're great in what? Great in stupidity, great in inconsistency, not great in morals, okay? And you're not the most talented, and I don't see how they gave you an Emmy talking about bullshit and you're just jumping on to talk about race issue. I'm going to hammer the NBA because they don't recognize world leaders and they don't recognize grassroots leader unless they're controlling them. I'm an international pro photography Hall of Famer. Been in 9 years. They have no choice but to at least listen to what I have to say because I've been calling shots for years. In the scientific community like NASA, the educational community like Xavier University, and many others have been following my lead and been taking my ideas to heart and been getting good results. We're not going to follow people who have bad results, bad ideas, and bad intentions and think that they're just going to attach themselves to other ministries that are doing good jobs consistently serving minorities. Oprah Winfrey is not our hero. Beyonce is not our hero. Jamie Foxx and people like that are just here to waste your time in education when it should be about spirituality. And you women with no sense of urgency or consistency towards the Lord's word, you need to have an evaluation check because I'm well into my 40s and have not even started my career yet because the social structures favors gays and women more than they do me. Now there's nothing like that wrong some of the time, but you all are abusive and you do it all the time. So I'm putting this shout out all of you who are business capable and all of you who have business ties across the world, please go use those networks. Set up these networks because we cannot trust Americans and we have to look out our first. We have to look out for ours first because that's what they have been doing. And we cannot allow ourselves to be suckered or conned by these religious fanatics who are only consistent to the money trail and not their cultural contributions in many areas. And so I just wanted to say that. And this favoritism and nepotism is really bad. And we need to reduce the number of positions that Jews occupy in America. If you're hiring more Jews, you're not Christian, you're Jewish. And this nepotism and favoritism shit has to go. And we are no longer going to accept pastors who favor gays and who favor other people above their own culture and think that they're just going to attach themselves to pastors that have been consistent and have been doing a good job. Those days are over. And no one likes the deep state. No one likes the shadow government. And they have these puppets in place like the Congressional Black Caucus as their puppet show to do and pass every agenda that they see fit, abandoning their own culture. We're not going to show favor to pastors who are very inconsistent. And if you're going to put aliens ahead of Earth, why don't you go live with the aliens? Because you're always convincing people that the grass is greener on the other side when it's not. And be satisfied of what you have, because they use their greed against you. And you need to contribute more to your African American men, because you all have been abusive and the wealth has been distributed to you, and you have not been able to confront the child support abusive issues agencies, the law enforcement agencies, or the courts. You all work against us in these areas, and it's time for you all to turn this around, because we are the chosen ones. The universe has chosen me, and you could pretend like you don't see me. That's just part of the curse. And if you can't say I'm sorry, and if you can't say you apologize, your energy is not coming from God, and you're not God. So where did you get off with this arrogance? We don't know, but guess what? We don't have to put up with it. And I don't have to remind you that I'm the hottest shit director in the galaxy, and they already know who I am. And you, capitalist society, have taken everything imaginable you can take. You've taken my wife, you've taken my girlfriends, you've taken my money, you've taken everything you can take except my soul and my courage, because there are two things that you cannot take physically. You cannot take my soul, and you cannot take my courage. So I suggest you get your acts together and not the other way around, because a lot of you all are faking and don't deserve the rest, or you don't deserve a lot of the advantages that you get, that you take for granted. So get that shit cleaned up. Be more consistent. Don't think you're going to attach to people after doing wrong for so long, and we're not going to know the difference and call you out. Things are changed. You need to get your head out the asses, especially you African American women. Have low self-esteem, but also you want to be worshipped. You're going to have to drop something. You can't be the queen of the universe to everything and everybody. You're going to have to make better decisions. And don't act like we never had y'all asses open, following behind us, willing to do anything and everything for us in the past. That shit is not there no more, but we need that shit back. We're not scared to ask for it, and you can't be afraid to say when you're wrong and when you need things taken care of in the right way. But consider the people that are giving you what you want to make happy, and you must find a way to give back, not just hop from guy to guy because you're women and you can do it. If you want a happier life, why don't you invest something instead of hopping from guy to guy thinking that the grass is greener always on the other side, but you always have to come back to us, and you never say you're sorry, and recycle the shit over and over again. The gays got wives, the gays got boyfriends and girlfriends. I need a wife, I need a girlfriend. I can't get that is because it's by design. The women are running behind money, and the guys with low moral values are running behind the women, and it's just a clusterfuck. We do not need, quit leaning on people, contribute more, and if you're a woman and you're contributing, hands off to you. I really appreciate you all, because most women does not recycle responsibility, but yet and still they're in charge of the planet and have the nerve to complain on us men when things don't go right, and it's because of you we do what we do. And don't act like you won't leave us the first chance someone else offers you more, because that's a going trend, and there are more women that there are men. It's time for you all to serve us, not you self-serving yourselves, screwing everything up, blaming us. Those days are over. Get it together.